Boozing with gays.
You know you have to play it again. Let's play it again because I haven't heard it for a long time.
Boozing with gays.
Where's your drink?
Hey, baby. Cheers.
Hey, love. Cheers.
Wow. This feels like we haven't done this in so long. And it has been a while.
So in my notes, I want to be accurate. I think our last time we did Boozing with Gays, where is it? Was March 1st. So that's over 3 months ago.
That's ridiculous. Well, I've been a little busy.
You've been out of town. And what's weird is even before you went out of town, what?
Carol Foreman just entered the cocktail lounge.
Well, she should be here. Carol Foreman. But even before you went away on this, you got to tell everyone about your whirlwind tour of acting. But I think we started dying in energy a little bit of Boozing with Gays. And
Maybe a little bit.
I think that we're back. I think we're coming back into it. We're like, wait a minute, I'm missing a part of my life. Anyway, tell everyone what you're doing and your whirlwind tour of all of these plays in all these cities.
All right. So what started off as one show in January, doing The Tempest at Alabama Shakespeare, I booked a show right after that. While I was there, I booked Party People at the Actors Theater Louisville, which started. We closed the show on Sunday, and that show started rehearsals Tuesday morning. So, and then while I was at the Actors Theater of Louisville, I booked this show that I'm in right now, Clyde's at Alabama Shakespeare.
Lynn Nottage's Clyde's. Yes.
Clyde's, and now I'm doing what?
I said Lynn Nottage's Clyde's. I'm trying to feed into your narrative. Yes.
And now I'm doing Clyde's at where am I?
You're in Little Rock.
I'm in
No, you're in Arkansas.
Arkansas Rep. I'm at Arkansas Rep doing Clyde's now, but I come back home on the 27th. And I'm
going to let you know something. You changed that date on me regular. It was the 25th, then it was the 29th. Now it's the 27th. You keep changing it.
Well, maybe
I might not be here. Carol Foreman and I might be out drinking.
Cheers.
So wait, so
our friend Carol Foreman is out on the road kicking ass in 1776.
Oh God, I am so proud of her. How awesome that she's doing. And we did not see Carol Foreman do 1776, but we did see that version. And it's anyone who, if it comes to your town, I love this version of 1776. I loved it. Max and I went. Because you weren't even out of town when that came into town. That was Max and I.
I was out of town. You and Max went.
Yeah. I wanted to ask your question, being a gay black man traveling in the American South. I mean, how has it been piece of cake? Has it been difficult?
You know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. It's not been difficult because we have sort of like insulated ourselves with our own casts. And, when we go out, we kind of go out together. So we have our own support system. Now, I went out to the bar the other night here. I'm in Alabama.
You're in Little Rock,
Arkansas. And I know. I've been 6 months. I packed 2 bags 6 months ago. And I'm still living with those clothes. Except I had to ship all my sweaters home. And I was called a racist. Because someone said something very white supremacy, and I called them on it in this gay club. And maybe it's just you. You're the one coming in with this attitude. I said, have a good night. I'm walking the fuck out of here because there's too many of y'all here. So, but then he was pissed, and because I was like,
well, no white man wants to be called a racist. But you wait. Did you call him a racist, or did you say something that alluded to him being a racist?
I said you're exhibiting white supremacist behavior.
Well, that's very specific. He didn't ask what that meant, did he? He just said he knee-jerked and then wanted to, mayday, mayday, not me, that's bad, right?
Out here serving Grand Wizard.
Oh my God. You're bringing me to the Tony Awards.
I just brought you to the Tony Awards.
Wait, before we do the Tony Awards, we have to talk about my play experience because it isn't just the Michael Shepherd show. And
What do you mean? What?
so I was given the opportunity to be in a play, The Lady's Not for Burning, Christopher Fry. It's an awesome play. I got a really good part. I was so thrilled about this whole thing. And I'm going to be a little cloaked in how I describe this because I don't know. It did not turn out to be a good experience overall. But a friend of Michael's and mine said he was leaving town and it was his part and he kind of was handed to me. And I go into these rehearsals and when you go, actors, I'm talking to you. When you go into rehearsals, you're like, something is off. I can't quite what I kind of want from a director, for example, is I want them to direct. And I said to you, Michael Shepherd, I said, this director doesn't really want to direct. They want to do this whole organic, let's see what the actors do thing. And you said that this is being done.
It's being done a lot. And
I'm
I don't mind, and let me be very clear. I don't mind because, if you're in a room with actors and you start working together, you want to learn who they are and what their quirks are. But you also have to have a game plan.
We had no game plan. At one time I went out. No, I only one time I went out with the actors. And
Rob Nagel says he knows all about this. He's talked to one of your castmates.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, there were 11 of us, so trust me, we probably spread out over the LA theater area and have been like, But it was really so I went out one time with the actors, and someone said, I think this is a good director, and I thought I had to think honestly and hardly. I had to go, have I been given any direction? Anything? And the only thing I could come up with at that moment was, do you have a black vest? That was literally all I could come up with.
Let's be clear.
Yes.
Characters are, your vest is your character.
Why don't I have a black vest, Michael Shepherd?
See, that's why you couldn't get it. That's why it closed.
I know. So, you kind of, jumped. So what I learned in this very same outing where people are asking about the director, I found out, I was talking to the lead actor. Now, she has a song that she is singing in the play that is not scripted. She has her face and her only image on the poster that she designed. And when you go tick, 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 wait. How do you know the director? How do you know? And she did this to me, and I knew. By that I went, she's your mother. And that was truth. It was her mother. So the mom is directing this actress in the lead of this play. And that right there, you go, oh my God. I mean, Vanity Project just is swirling around all of our heads at that point. Once, and they weren't forthcoming with this, and maybe they didn't need to. I don't know if they needed to be, but basically, we all went, no. And so the show ended because the same actress had some injury. We were never told. We never found out. The same actress had some injury. I heard tendon. I heard something. And as opposed to recasting, they decided to just end the show. So we got one performance in. We had 3 other performances we were supposed to do for the Hollywood Fringe Festival, and the whole thing just bottomed out. Hey, Rob Nagel, I had your part. This would have been a Rob Nagel part, truthfully.
Like I said, CC, baby girl, you need to call me. I sent you a text. You need to call me because I got a movie thing that someone's looking for you. Hey, Patty Jocelyn, Jennifer Warren, baby, we are back. We are back. We got all the families. Cousin Zelma, what's up? Rita Lynn. So, can we talk about these Tony Awards last night?
Now that we have done us, you may talk about the Tony Awards.
I have to talk. Okay, so last
Rob
night,
Mabel played Tappercoom in college. I know that sounded like code. It didn't even sound like real words.
I don't know. It sounded dirty. You said Rob Nagel and Tappercoom. I was like, ooh.
I know. So Rob, I was playing Hebel. So you and I would have had scenes together. I would have totally loved to work with Rob Nagel. That would have been fun. Anyway, continue. Tony Awards. I'm bringing you back. I'm bringing you back. Well, Ariana DeBose is such a hack. She doesn't know what she's doing. Oh, wait, I said that wrong. Ariana DeBose is like the shit. Like what does she do badly? Seriously.
I don't know. I don't know what she doesn't do. I don't know. She did the thing. As the kid says, she did the thing.
Well,
Or
she's
even
saying
did the thing.
yes.
I gotta tell you, because that I really so for those of you who don't know, Los Angeles, well, everywhere, the Writers Guild is on strike. So there could not be anything scripted last night for the Tonys. So everyone was sort of off the cuff and just said the thing. Now, let's be clear. There was a lot of people, producers there, who was feeding information to people. It was not totally off script, but it felt fresh and alive.
But
and
feeding information and saying we'd like to hit these talking points and being scripted are a little bit different, I would think.
But it was like all of a sudden I could sit through it. I didn't have to go through anybody's bad banter.
No, because it came in, they said, I'm this person. The other presenter said, I'm this person, and we're presenting this. Here are the nominees. That's all they said. They didn't go into any bad. I could miss the banter. I don't care about the banter.
Didn't need any banter at
Say so long, farewell. Yes, go bye-bye banter.
Peter say good night. That's the only line I think I know from that entire show.
How about High on the Hill was a...
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. You know how I feel about that show.
They're white. Well, they don't have in this day and age.
The only person I would have seen, I saw that show is because Jennifer Lee Warren was in that show, and I went to go see it because Jennifer Lee Warren was in it.
Well, I don't think the kids all need to be white these days. Is my thought. Continue.
A big moment that, hey Matthew, a big moment that stuck out for me last night was the fact that a lot of gay folks won and were recognized, and they gave some of the most beautiful speeches. You know, like I got teary-eyed. I love what Michael Arden, who a lot of us in this room right now know Michael Arden, and we're so proud.
I have a couple of clips of Michael Arden. Would you like to see them?
You want to show it? Let's do it.
So the first clip, he was silenced halfway through, and so I did a little improv and added to this very clip.
To our beautiful trans, non-binary, queer youth, know that your queerness is what makes you beautiful and powerful. Everyone in this room sees you and needs you, and we will fight alongside you, and we will win. Growing up, I was called the F word more times than I can remember. And
all I can say now is that I'm a faggot with the Tony. We should say what he won for. He directed Parade, which, you know, Jason Robert Brown, our good buddy.
Our good buddy, Jason Robert Brown.
Congratulations, Jason. If ever you watch Boozing with Gays, I don't know if he does or not, but
he's been here a few times.
Has he?
Yep. But I want to say this.
Because, you know, Jamie and I went to go see his show down at South Coast Rep. What was it, like a month ago, I would say? And so we visited with Jason Robert Brown. During his show, he said, now, I mean, not now I'm getting, I wish I could remember exact words, but basically now he's being recognized for Parade, like, you know, 20 years after the fact. And it was.
I think they said.
It could very well be. I'm not going to argue that. But I'm just saying, for his point was, it's taken a while. And then that was actually one of my big beefs. He finally gets to the microphone to say his piece, and they cut him off. That I went, he's the writer. He created the music.
That was so annoying.
That was so. Jason, if you're out there, I felt your frustration, man.
For 2024, let Jason Robert Brown speak at the Tonys.
Please give him a moment.
That should be the petition.
And how about give Joel Grey and John Kander their moments too? They came on stage and they were like, I think we're not supposed to speak. They kind of stood there awkwardly.
That was a bit awkward.
I didn't understand that at moment either. And it was a lifetime. They were Lifetime Achievement Awards, and they weren't even allowed to speak. So those are, I mean, outside of some of the awkwardnesses. Oh, by the way, I have a Michael Arden part 2. So this is a part 2.
Oh.
So keep raising your voices, standing up against intolerance of any kind, anywhere you see it. Keep loving and uplifting each other, standing up for each other, continue making challenging art, and vote every chance you get.
I just think that's crazy important.
And so I just want to point out, Greg just pointed out that there was that thing on Peacock before that Joel Grey, and they did speak on that.
They had the 2 shows.
Yeah.
And that very well could be. I just felt like the 2 of them kind of walked out, felt awkward, and walked back. And that really, but it was, I don't know. Maybe that's.
Who was the girl? Does anybody know who the girl was that did?
Julianne Hough.
Who was that? That was Julianne Hough. Okay.
Look at me, no shit. Look at me, no shit.
I love that about you.
I know.
No shit. Because I was like, I also wanted to know, like,
So we should say what you were saying. Who danced with Ariana DeBose doing the kind of the thing at the end of it was kind of the music was from Chicago. But yeah, they did the dance. But I kept thinking, did they need the dance, or could we have heard maybe, I don't know, 30 seconds from Joel Gray and John Cantor? That was my thought.
Thanks. So that was a very awkward little moment. There's a couple of awkward moments. One
I have a thing I need to bring up with you.
Okay.
I don't understand Shucked. And even in the introduction of Shucked, we heard this.
What do you like about corn?
Ever since I was told that corn was real, it tasted good.
Did you think corn wasn't real?
But when I tried it with butter, everything changed. I love corn.
So when they introduced Shucked, they started with, I got to learn this young man's name, who became like this, sensation on the web. But, talking about cone, and then Shucked became this musical about, did this little boy, this is my question, have anything to do with the making of the musical Shucked? Question. Does anyone know?
No, here's the thing. That little boy whose name, again, I don't know, and didn't know you were going to play that. But he became an internet sensation. He was on TV shows because of his love for cone.
It covers cone.
Whatever he did, he became like this internet sensation.
And they played him on the Tonys. That was the thing.
Why wouldn't he promote it? I thought when I watched that last night, I thought, well, that's perfect. That's perfect. That is exactly what they should be doing, because that's going to get some internet play for them. Now, do I understand what this play is about? I have no idea. Do I think?
Now, I read something today that one of the original possible thoughts of a title of the play would be Hee Haw. Did you hear this?
No, I'm not.
People were maybe just calling it the Hee Haw musical. It was untitled for a while until they landed on Shucked.
I am. Hey, Bill Ambrom. I'm not that invested. I am very excited that Alex Newell won, because I think Alex Newell was robbed for Once on This Island. Look at those. The fact that lead actor of a musical and supporting actor of a musical are these amazingly beautiful Black non-binary people.
So we should say on the left is J. Harrison Ghee, and on the right is Alex Newell. J. Harrison Ghee won the Tony for Some Like It Hot, and Alex Newell for Shucked.
Yep.
So I found it. This is what I thought when the two of them came up and fairly close together in the whole thing, with wearing the outfits they chose to wear and represent themselves. I really was beginning to think, do we need binary award categories anymore? I really was wondering.
I don't believe we do. Honestly, I don't believe we do. I mean, in LA just recently, the Stage Raw Awards happened, and they had they got rid of like a binary categories, and they were just actors. Hey, Cousin Jet. And it worked.
Of which you won. You should say, of which I won one. You should kind of,
Did win.
And I went to the ceremony because you were out of town.
You got my award for me.
I did.
So
you and Jenny O'Hara in the same category.
Right. Jenny O'Hara and me. I love that. But yeah, so that was just really good to see.
Bay is here. Hey, Bay.
Okay. Underdog winning, to see what we never see. We so seldom see is that many Black people go up and accept an award.
Well, halfway through, what did you say to me during the ceremony?
I'm not going to repeat that.
Okay.
I'm not going to repeat that.
No, I'm going to repeat it.
No, what?
No. I'm not saying that. I know which that you're thinking of. I'm just saying you texted me halfway through, and there were a lot of Black nominees that didn't get awards. And you were hoping, with all of the Black nominees, you were saying, I'm hoping someone is able. And
that was like halfway through the show. I'm like,
you were like,
because they kept talking about the fact that there was, this is the year, diversity. I was like,
So you and I saw the play Kimberly Akimbo many years ago with our friend Paula Killen as Aunt Deborah, and it became a musical. And when I thought about that, I said, "Oh, I want to see." And the music that they showed for Kimberly Akimbo was very beautiful, but I didn't get the sense of the whole scope of the show. I think I would like to see that show. I mean, it won Best Musical, so I guess there's that.
Andy Gardner says, "Is it Friday? Am I that drunk?" No, we switched.
Well, we couldn't. We were thinking of doing it last night, but the Tonys were last night, so there was competition.
I have a question. Did for anybody out there, I need to know what your thoughts are on. I just totally forgot. Let's move on.
Are we moving away from the Tonys because we kind of covered our bases there?
I think we covered our
Well,
bases.
our friend Sean Hayes won, and that was lovely.
You can just name drop. Oh, our friend Jason Robert Brown. Our friend Sean Hayes.
Jason Robert. Well, that's normally your position. I don't know. Well, our friend Julia Lester did not win, unfortunately.
Our friend Julia Lester did not win, but we got to see them up there, and I was like,
So there's that. So I mean, well, we have friends. I mean, it's the business. What are you going to do?
Jennifer Warren says, "I know what he said." I know you do too. I know you do. All right, let's move on from the Tonys before somebody say something.
No, I'm afraid you're going to say something.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
I already said cone.
Cone.
I have to say, if you said I'm giving you free tickets right now to any of the Broadway shows from last night, Shucked is not high on my list. I'm not going. Oh,
I'm like it hot. And Kimberly Akimbo.
I have those too.
Yeah.
I'm a lover. I am a lover of the musical Parade.
Oh, I just remember.
Sweeney Todd looked amazing. I'm sorry. There was
I just remember what I was going to say.
Yes.
Did anyone think that the singers at the top of the show couldn't hear the music?
Yeah, I felt that.
I was trying to figure it out because there was some moments. But let me know what y'all think over there.
No, we're not moving forward. I mean, I don't want to bash any actors. I mean, they're, anyway.
Oh, this is the other thing. Okay. Yeah. If you win Best Play, like Leopold Stock did, and you walk up there with sad sourpuss faces, y'all needed to be hurt. I was so mad because I gotta walk all the way up here.
I totally don't remember this at all.
Let's move on. Greg,
I still don't get why there isn't a Best Playwright thing.
Yeah.
I mean, in the movies, if you think about it, there's a Best Screenwriter. Why isn't there a Best Playwriter? Because the Best Playwright. I don't get it. I mean, yes,
now it's all monetized, and now the producers get to accept it.
It just is a strange thing for me. I don't get but I said to you, and I agree with my own thought, which is Best Playwright does not necessarily have to go to the Best Production, but those could be two separate categories.
Agreed. But yay!
People were yelling at the TV. There we go. Okay, we're now to California schools, Michael Shepard.
Okay.
There's a bit. Okay, when you see the
schools. California, we're to focus.
No. It was California schools is the cat. You can change. We had a meeting earlier today. You did not change the category. You don't get to change it live.
My mama black. Don't talk to me that way. My mama black.
My mama is Sally. I don't know where we go with this fight.
I wonder, how do we how would you describe Sally?
Wonderfully, because she's someone. This will get back to her. She's a wonderful mother.
She knows she's watching. She like this. I don't want nobody to see me, but she watching. I know you are, Sally. Hello, mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm. If you want to remain the favorite, you better say good things. No one from my family watches this show. They all think, "What is that thing you're doing?" That they all treat it like. I'm like, whatever, go away.
All right, so okay.
Bill Ambrin is my family. If he's still here, Bill Ambrin is my family. He's
there we go.
The show.
But
well, this is where I was going to go with this. So we've seen a lot of protests at various schools across the country for various things. It was very odd for me in Southern California to see two Southern California schools, and Bethany, be sure to chime in on this, but two California schools that had board meetings about books being brought in, etc. And then there's these protests that are tremendously huge. And can I give an image of what the protests look like? There's no sound in this, by the way. But this was the protest at the Glendale protest. Look at this. I mean, it just looked crazy. It was people beating each other up, and what was the reason? What is the and so Glendale adopted that June would be LGBTQ month like 2 years ago or something. It's already adopted. I think it's a California, Bethany. This is when Bethany comes in handy because she knows all this stuff. But I think it's a California law that California schools have adopted that the month of June is LGBTQIA plus month. That's just a law of the state. And so you get these people coming in going, and feeding all sorts of misinformation towards the various communities in California, saying they're going to talk about butt plugs in your classroom, which our friend Patty said she read somewhere. And I'm like, who's talking about butt plugs in elementary school?
It's an amazing thing because I mean, it's just like, hey, Elizabeth, as Kathy O'Donoghue says, people are fighting over books. And look, what's trying to happen now is there's this whole erasure thing. They're trying to erase queer people. And it's like, we exist, right?
Let me give you an image of one of the this is now not the Glendale fight, but this is the one that was at the Satakoy School, which was in LA USD. But here's the image. Look at this. Some children have two mommies or two daddies. That is the image. Look at that. Look how terrorizing that is. That is the image that was being fought about because a book that is called, what is it? The Great Big Book of Families. I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, Great Big Book of Families.
But that book included just various families. Some, one mom, one dad. But some people are being raised by their grandparents. Some people. I mean, it's just it's an overall look at that families are not kind of whatever the nuclear family that I know I was raised with as an image growing up. And they're saying to the kids today, no, families are all sorts of things. I dropped my pen again, Michael. But families are all sorts of things, and we need to accept all the different types of families that there are, which is, I mean, it's a beautiful sentiment. And somehow this one page in this one book got ratcheted up as if it were some sort of butt pluggy thing. I don't know how.
I don't understand. It's like, again, I just keep going back. Queer people exist. We have always existed. We have always been there, and then these people who say things like, I can't be homophobic. My cousin's gay. It's the same thing as like that statement. I can't be homophobic because my cousin's gay. It's the same statement as like, I can't be racist because I have two black friends and my cousin married somebody black. I mean, you and I, as a biracial couple, we have talked about your proximity to blackness does not make you escape the racism that has come up in your life. That, it's like you can't excuse, because there are ways that people are raised. And even though you and I are together, there are still things that you'll go, oh, no, that can't be. And we'll have to talk about it and go, you can't claim your proximity to blackness as being non-racist. You can't claim proximity to queerness as being not homophobic.
Well, wow, you're going in a totally different direction than I anticipated.
Hey, Andrea.
I had 5 different thoughts at the same time.
Stump you?
What? No, I had 5 different thoughts at the same time.
You know what? My mama black. Come at me. That's the thing. I love this shirt. Because it's like, come at me. What you gonna say? Because you forgot my mama black, and I'm gonna comfort your motherfucking ass. Come on. That wasn't towards you. I miss this. I'm so glad we're doing this. This feels good.
I didn't feel that. So, God, it was so funny you were talking, and I had so many different thoughts about it. And then I was derailed because, well, boozing, Jennifer Lee Warren sings the boozing song, and it makes me want to
just drink.
And I literally dropped all sense of thought. No, I wanted to bring up this. So we put our second child in the Glendale school system.
Yes.
Because they had language immersion. and being an interracial gay couple and having a Black child and going to a school district that didn't have a tremendous amount of Black kids, I was always very concerned about, is there going to be anything directed our way? And the thing that I decided to do was become part of the PTA. And I was very vocal. And I mean, all the parents knew who I was. So he's that guy who does whatever, he fundraises or whatever. And I really looked for the energy that would be there, that would be negative, so I could protect our kid. Basically, I was waiting for the energy so that I could protect our kid. And I never sensed anything. I mean, I didn't sense they were going to embrace us and invite me to their home and say, hey, this is how we do things. But at the same time, I felt that I was an accepted member of the family at John Muir Elementary.
The school community.
Yeah.
But also, you was running shit.
I was running shit. I was raising
You was
money.
running shit. So,
well, I'm going to put this up.
One is
I was
something,
a PTA goat.
baby.
I just was. And so it's weird to then see these same people, I'm imagining, you know, I don't know who was in that
Jane
role,
Dealey.
but some of the same people, the same type of people going at, you know, policemen and other people that are, I mean, you know, it was all the shirts and all the flags and all the everything, kind of people decrying different beliefs and going at it, but they're being roused by outside groups. Both of these schools, I wanted to make this point, both of these schools, the school in Glendale and the school also in LA, they were being kind of like they were being, oh God, what's the worst? It's they're influenced, they were being influenced, coerced by outside groups. And so then you had the people at the school districts going, we've already talked about, I mean, it's been we've been like a June Pride, whatever, for the past couple of years, you didn't say anything. Why all of a sudden is there? I want to play Jackie Goldberg.
I was going to say, let's get Miss Jackie Goldberg in here because she let the children have it.
So she was, this is after the LA kind of.
And as Bethany said, a lot of protesters were brought in.
Yeah, they were brought in.
Yeah.
And Jackie, and this is a part of a longer speech that is just, I found so heartbreaking, but I'm going to let Jackie Goldberg, it's a minute long. I couldn't cut it. It was just too awesome in its entirety. Here we go.
Look around, listen, please.
But here's what really scares me. When you have 2 or 3 days of this kind of chaos, of people screaming at the top of their lungs, outside a school that read a book with one sentence in it that said, yeah, guess what? Families can include 2 moms and 2 dads. But I say to all of you, nobody in this district will ever sexualize any kid for any reason, in any classroom, in any way, shape, or form. I am very tired of having young people and adults in the LGBT community hear 3 days of yelling and screaming about this. What do you think that did to them? What do you think that did to every gay teacher, every gay custodian, every gay worker in this city, every gay kid? What do you think that did to them? It made them afraid. It made them afraid. How dare you make them afraid because you are?
Michael Shepard is
I
afraid.
had to go pee. I'm sorry.
You missed the whole thing.
I can hear the whole thing, boy.
Oh my God. That speech to this moment, you know, we as having a child in LAUSD, we were getting like robocalls from Jackie Goldberg weekly, daily, whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, who the fuck is Jackie Goldberg and why does she call me every single day? Now I go, you can call me. That's fine. I didn't realize the angel wings that person wore. That person.
It's, you know, because I've had the opportunity to talk to Jackie and talk about her passion. And the reason I talk to Jackie is because this is a big thing. Hey Susan, because one of her people, when we were at the Atwater Farmers Market, there was a bunch of her people there talking to everyone about Jackie Goldberg, right? I walked up, there were 2 of them sitting there. They're looking at everyone. They're looking for people to talk to. I walked by and they turned their back on me. and I read them for turning their back on me. So you don't want to talk to me about Jackie Goldberg and what she says. I said, I know what her agenda is. I already read it. I got it all. And I posted it on Twitter and I tagged her. And this heifer reached out to me because she was so upset.
Yeah.
She was so upset that had happened.
Because she's a genuine person.
Because she's a genuine person. I was like, Miss Jackie Goldberg, you have my vote on everything now because you reached out to me. So, yeah. Ooh, baby.
But she went there, Michael. She was like, you made them afraid. And the fact that she got so impassioned and let the people in whoever was out there in that audience know you are making people scared. You're making children scared. You're making other people. I mean, that's
motherfuckers that say, we're here for the children. No. No, you're not. This ain't got shit to do with the children. Y'all afraid. Because Black and queer people and indigenous people of color and other people of color, we are finding our joy and y'all are pissed because of it. That's why.
Did you say Pence? Oh, I have a video. You like that, did you?
That was nice.
Pence is running for president.
Our country's in a lot of trouble. President Joe Biden and the radical left have weakened America at home and abroad. The American dream is being crushed under runaway inflation. Wages are dropping. Recession is looming. Our southern border is under siege, and the enemies of freedom are on the march around the world. And worse still, timeless American values are under assault as never before.
I have to apologize. I mean, it just makes me gag to watch
What a trait you have.
But I want to backtrack over one part of what that just said. First of all, do you love that glorious music of that dun 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 underneath? I want to read these words. Okay. Enemies of freedom of march around the world, and they show a picture of Putin, right? Enemies of freedom march around the world, Putin, right? And worse still, timeless American values are under attack as ever. So worse than Putin. This is what this ad is run for president. This ad, worse for Putin is this. Worse for Putin are VA parents push back against critical race theory. Worse than Putin is controversy over trans female swimmer. Worse than Putin are drag queen storm, faith-based story hour in, I guess, Arkansas. Worse than Putin are those things. Putin has literally killed tens of thousands of people in the Ukraine. But worse than that are drag queens, critical race theory. I mean, the whole thing that drives me fucking bonkers. You go. Your turn.
What can you say? You know, I'm trying to.
I don't think we should say it, actually. Do you want to know who should say it?
Who should say it?
Kristen B. Kristen B is going to say the next bit because worse than Putin is not us. You and I are not worse than Putin. And Kristen B is going to tell you who is worse than Putin. Here we go.
The numbers are as ugly as they are consistent. Yes, this is week 16 of Who's Making News for sex crimes involving children. We have 52 new cases, and 11 of them, more than 20%, involve pastors, priests, and other church officials. Specifically, 5 new pastors or youth pastors, 4 Catholic priests, a senior Baptist church official, and a Catholic school teacher, all making news this week for sex crimes involving children. Add to that 5 police officers, 5 school teachers or other school officials, 6 family friends or neighbors, and 2 family members, and those are our biggest groupings of people involved in reports of sex crimes involving children this week. But we cannot forget one more politician, the 12th in 16 weeks, and yes, another Republican. 10 of the 12 politicians in our reports of sex crimes involving children have been Republicans. Who has not been in our reports? That would be drag queens. In 566 cases over 16 weeks, not a single drag queen. 22% have been church employees, 14% of them pastors, the ones screeching loudest about the drag queens and transgender people. They're the most consistent offenders here, the pastors. Trans folk, again, none this week, and they've represented just 0.3% of the reports for the 566 cases. There have been 2 of them.
Boom.
drag queens 0, trans people 0.3%.
Boom. By the way, if you're not following this person on TikTok, they are speaking facts every day. Letting you know.
I love her. I love her. She's putting it out there. And Pence, once again, going back to his list, were any of the religious right? No, it's race theory, it's trans people, and it's drag queens. I mean, it kills me that the wedge issues. Remember, we talked about this back in the Bush administration, how we were used as a wedge issue for people to vote against their own self-interest. And this is what's happening again. They're just using drag queens as a wedge issue, trans people as a wedge issue, race, critical race.
And maybe, can you give the name of I can't remember her name off the top of my head right now.
You know, I don't have her. She goes by Jackie B. Her name, if you want to follow her online, is going to be right here. Where'd I put it? It's Browde, Browde. Bethany, if you can write that in. I'm sorry, Jackie. It's not Jackie. What am I saying? Kristen, Kristen. Why did I get Jackie? Jackie Beat? Jackie, I don't know. I'm going to go into the thing and type it in myself.
Anytime I get to say Jackie,
I'm evidently having issues. Okay, wait. Kristen, Browde. Boom. There you go. She goes by Kristen B on TikTok, but she has a different handle. I don't know. You'll find her. She just speaks incredible truth.
Barbara Haas is here.
Well, Babs, you need to be here.
Babs Haas is here.
Babs, you are now.
And Nancy Lowry, hey. But I am, excuse me.
I mean, Jennifer Lee Warren said it right. I mean, they have to have the boogeyman for people to be scared of because they don't have any issues. They have nothing. So they rewrite history. They take away history. They, we have to do this too because we've not done this. And this.
Oh, shit. Do our fair use. It's fair use, isn't it?
Oh, I didn't do that. Do you want to do fair? You'll read fair use.
All right, fair use is, look, excerpts of copyrighted material may under certain circumstances be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, and research without the need for permission from or payment to the copyright holder. Done.
Well, because we have taken some Tony Award moments.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Oops.
Will they get us? I don't know. So I'm going to follow that. Yeah, I'm going to follow this. This is sort of has the energy of a Saturday Night Live parody of a commercial, and yet it also sickens me. So I laugh at it, vomit in my mouth at the same time. Tell me what you think.
America presents Real Women of Politics.
Real Women of Politics.
Today we salute all the real woman leaders of this great country.
Real women don't have to fake it.
Real women doing real things.
Real women work too hard for this.
Some big companies can't tell the difference between real and fake anymore.
Real people know the difference.
That's why we're introducing the Real Women of Politics koozie.
Real Women of Politics.
The Real Women of Politics.
My favorite thing in that whole thing, hey, Mark, is when it says, real women don't fake it. So who are you reassuring with that?
There's so much. Well, first of all, it's the most anti-trans thing in the world. Let's put that on the table. They're like saying, no, we're having no trans. But then it's a beer koozie. Like
First of
all the things that, and wait, I have two images, Michael Shepard. 2 images. Sarah Huckabee Sanders hunting with a rifle or with her hair perfectly done and her makeup beat. And then the woman with the dead fish putting it into a box. I don't understand how that has anything to do with real politics.
Again, though, I'm going back to real women don't fake it. So are they assuring their men that when they fake it, they're not actually faking it? Y'all are giving us an orgasm in your missionary style.
Now, if it was like real white women, real conservative white women in politics.
Don't fake it.
Don't fake it.
Hey, Vanessa Whitney, how you doing?
That's a real commercial, by the way. That is playing places. People want to get the beer koozie with Sarah Huckabee Sanders' face on it. I don't understand at all.
First of all, can we talk about the word koozie? Somebody put in the comments, what does koozie mean?
With real women koozie. What is the subliminal?
Right there. You know, there are people who don't like us because we just said real women and koozie in the same sentence.
Michael.
Oh, they've already blocked us. Who cares?
Michael, allegedly. We don't want to get into trouble. Allegedly.
Real women don't fake it.
Is she duck hunting? I just don't understand what's happening. Is that what real women?
It's like all of a sudden, it's like you're taking down the decorations from Fake Fish Friday, and like,
the big fish. And she was so happy. I'm going to take this big fake fish and put it in a box that doesn't fit. It didn't.
Okay. So here's what you have to clip the fake fish. By the way, I got my hair cut the other day, and he goes, "You want to do my beard and mustache?" I was like, "Sure." And now I look like Martin Luther King.
I still
have a dream. I'm like, I've never had.
I don't know what accent that was. Bethany labeled it the snorting husband. We're at the point of the evening. Real women have koozies.
Really? Okay. So I gotta tell you, this is what I was talking to Hutch. I said, because I've been gone for so long. I need to see people when I get back. So we're gonna have a barbecue. I'm putting it out there, Hutch. We now have to have a barbecue.
Well, you want to do a July 4th barbecue.
Do you want to do a July 4th barbecue? Who wants to come? PM us. Because I want to do a barbecue. I just need to have my people and my friends around. Because I adore the people that I'm working with, but I'm like, I need my family.
Now, Michael.
Uh-huh.
You've been to many southern states, but you didn't go to Florida.
I don't.
So July 1st, we have to do this. July 1st, there will be anti-LGBTQIA plus laws in Florida that will take effect. Doctors will be able to deny care based on their moral beliefs. Pronouns will be banned. Preferred pronouns will be banned in schools, and children will be barred from drag shows.
Because I have a lot of.
I kind of think Michael Danae Benton said it best. This is at the Tonys last night. Danae Benton got up there, talked about her governor, and this is what she said.
That the current governor of my home state of Florida will be changing.
Where's the lie?
Where's the lie?
Where's the lie?
Where is the lie?
Where is the lie?
Real women in politics. That's going to be in my head all night long, allegedly.
The fact that I'm going to be singing that now. Real women don't.
We have a quote. You don't even have to do any more work. Do you want to read the quote? NAACP quote. Here we go.
This is about Florida, y'all. Florida is openly hostile towards African Americans, people of color, and LGBTQI plus individuals. Before traveling to Florida, please understand that the state of Florida devalues and marginalizes the contributions of and the challenges faced by African Americans and other communities of color. That is a statement that was put out by the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And they prefer, as I found out over the years, it's not NAACP. They prefer the NAACP.
Oh, I forgot that. You found that many years ago, and I've been saying AA.
Through being a member of the
NAACP. I don't know how AA or AA really matter, but okay, I want to go with what people
they prefer. NAACP.
Yes,
as they told me point blank.
Okay, we have an image.
I love an image.
Another image.
Oh, it's our garage. It's our bathroom.
I want to know.
Grand stage.
I don't understand. You have these boxes, and Trump said, "Hey, valet, put them in my bathroom."
First of all, this sounds like it could be a lyric in a song. Hey, valet,
put them in the bathroom. Put him in. What's another A word for bathroom? You could have made the whole thing rhyme.
By the way, Stacey Reed Payton, my girl, I have been offered shows in Florida and I've turned them down. I won't go to Florida. I won't support Florida. I have family there, and I don't understand why the fuck they're there. But I also have a lot
More
of
important, Patty says the toilet is so low.
And you know, these are people of a certain age. Okay, let's talk about this.
Is the toilet low? I can't tell. Maybe
Well, you can't. How do you? Well, my leg can't fit there because the box is there.
Okay, let's at least framework this. Trump was indicted. Let's say this out loud with 37 counts. Boom.
37 indictments.
37 indictments. Boom.
Boom, boom,
Done.
boom, boom,
His
boom.
valet, Will Nauta, has 6 counts. Who's going to jail? Will. The valet will go to jail.
Okay.
He may have been in the Navy, but they're going to say, well, why did you take these documents to the bathroom and down to the security room and back up to the bedroom and then back to the security? You know, they're going to blame him somehow because they're going to make him like he made up his mind on his own to move these documents around. I don't quite get it.
I know.
And by the way, all these photographs were from his phone, all of them. So maybe that gets him into trouble.
I'm just going to say this. I know we want that man to go to jail, but this.
I kind of just want him to go away. Away would be fine.
But
buy an island, go live there, and stop bothering.
This system is not built for putting away powerful white men.
It's not. You're 100% correct.
This system's not built for that, y'all. So y'all can get mad if you want. But when he don't go away, don't say shit because this system is not built. If you watch these things that are happening in California at these school systems, people's personal tapes, cops are sitting there like this. Women were being beat. There's a whole thing of like these motherfuckers were hitting women in the face during this event, just popping women right and left, just coming from behind, popping them in the back of the head. And guess what? The cops sat here like this. And I won't get into the whole history of the police force.
Well, you've done it before, certainly.
I've done it before. I don't need to go back. You can go back and watch whatever that episode was. But when I tell you, they don't care because they are on the side of these people coming in. Hey, Keith. So this right now, a lot of this, I'm going to say it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. This is y'all, white folks. This is y'all. Y'all got to deal with this. Everything that black folks have told you for years and years and years that you're able to see now, this is on y'all to make this right. This is on y'all to confront y'all's families. This is on y'all to confront your friend who told the racist joke, who votes for Trump, but you don't want to give up the friendship because you've known them since high school. There are 3 people who I had so much love for in high school who I had to cut free because they were Trump supporters. And I was like, not doing it. And my friends who are still friends with them, I said, don't make me have to cut you. Get rid of them. Because you can't love me and love them knowing that they're hurting everything that I am. Being black, being queer, being a parent to a child who identifies as non-binary? Come on now. Shit. What else we doing, boo?
I was just marveling. I mean, when you take off, it's a beautiful thing. I'm not saying that at all jokingly. I really do like watching you when you do this.
I just like having you watch me. By the way, I miss you. I have not kissed you in 2.5 months when you came down to.
All I know is when you're back here, I got to arrange for the kids to be away.
Fuck them kids. Your kids got to get the fuck
Otherwise,
out.
I got to go to other people, and that's expensive.
Anybody got any points? We can go someplace.
So Our good buddy across the street, neighbor Lizzie, who said that, you know, Trump and being indicted and Boris Johnson resigning,
David?
it felt like maybe we're at the other side of things. Do you feel at all we're gonna, well, but you have two very powerful individuals.
All I know is I'd see black people being murdered every day for just being in their bodies. And the fact that,
You're
you
not
know,
wrong.
this person is brought up on charges that this person had to resign from this. It's like, no, that's not what, you know, Boris Johnson has nothing to do with my life here in the U.S. as a black person. Yes, is it interesting that
it's not
because that's the way he sounds. He sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher.
I'm having a hard time getting a point. No, we go in waves all the time, not just we United States or we, you know, America, but just, you know, we in this world, you know, and I just wonder, are we going, oh, we did visit it, we looked at it, we touched it, we smelled it, we wondered if it was something we wanted to do, and are we kind of going away from it? Oh God, there are a lot of comments. Anything you want to bring up?
Oh, I'm looking at the comments right now, and I gotta tell you right now is my favorite one. Kathy Walker says, but as an educator, I like to say fuck them kids too. I understand.
All right, here we go. Next thing. Michael Shepard.
Yes.
You have tattoos.
I do.
Do you like them still?
Oh, wait. Why is it I can't show them?
I don't know. You're having a senior moment. It's
What?
not there. Oh, wow. This is really a test.
That's bizarre, right? That they're not there.
Because they're on the other side of your arm.
Arm that way. It hurts.
This is bad tattoo. I want everyone to vote on the worst tattoo that I show them today. These are bad tattoos. I have 1, 2, 3, like 6.
The pain.
Here we go. 6 tattoos. Number 1 is this. Talk, Michael. It's a 6-pack. He's putting his glasses on. It's a 6-pack.
I am putting my glasses on because that's ridiculous.
A 6-pack.
I thought they were like penises pointing in different directions.
No, it's a 6-pack on his belly because he can't do the 6-pack we would like to see. But then we have, of course, the lobster tattoo.
What? That just looks like his skin was burnt.
I think that's horrific.
What?
Then there's the ape tattoo. It's the back of his head. He shaved out of his head and had the back of his head.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. That's too much maintenance.
No, he didn't.
I mean, does he have to constantly shave that area every single time?
Oh my God. Okay.
This I like. The turkey sandwich tattoo. We got to watch getting tattoos in foreign languages we don't know. We cannot do it anymore. I think it says hope. No, it says turkey sandwich.
Okay, first of all, that's white people nonsense right there. They want to have something inspirational from them.
I have 2 more.
I just
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Do your thing. No, it is. People get like, Chinese letters, or they think it says something inspirational.
And I give them credit to whoever's giving them these tattoos. They know they gave him turkey sandwich. They know that they gave him turkey sandwich. They said, whoever this person was with.
It says love, faith, and harmony.
It says love, faith, and harmony. And they're like this, he, turkey sandwich.
Turkey sandwich. What about this?
You know what, though? If I just saw the tattoo, I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but it might be cool on some people.
Although she looks like she's in fear for her life.
Yeah, well.
Oh, I have 2 more. This one freaks me out.
See, that looks real.
It does, because there's a shadow. There's a tattoo shadow.
So I watched this video the other day because I love, guilty pleasure of mine is Dr. Pimple Popper.
Oh, you do.
Dr. Pimple Popper, the more pus that comes out, the happier I am. Whatever pops out of somebody's body, I am joyful.
When I turn it off, I go, Michael, go in the other room. I can't deal with all
I just cannot have it playing in the bedroom.
the colors that come out of people's body. I'm like, ah. And she'll be like, look at all the cottage cheese. I'm like, cottage cheese? Stop.
And sometimes it's brown and like looks like cement, and it just brings me joy. It brings me joy. And the other day, someone, not on Dr. Pimple Popper, but someone said, oh, there's something in my ear. And it was just a regular person, and they poured a little hydrogen peroxide in their ear, and this spider about this big came out of that person's ear. Now I am obsessed because now I just want to keep putting like hydrogen peroxide in my ear because all I think is there's a spider living in my ear.
Can you imagine the number of people that go up to this poor guy and go, "You're something on your face," like you just want to slap the guy. This is my last one. I don't know why I laughed hardest at this.
Before you show this,
never don't give up. Like, never don't give up giving me the right phrase for your tattoo. Never
give up. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Never
So basically, it
give
says give up. If you double the negative, so give up.
Never don't give up. Never don't give up. That sounds like someone like was writing like a black character who sat on the porch in the South, talking to a white girl who wanted to like become something somewhere, and she needed a black person to give her the strength to move on.
Never don't give up.
The magical Negro had to say, no, baby, never don't give up. Never don't give up.
My temple is throbbing. You can't do that.
Why am I rocking? Because that's what they would do. Mm-mm.
I'll rock opposite you.
Listen to me. Never don't give up.
You're rocking. You need a mason jar with hooch. Okay, 2 more things and we're out. Two more things.
Okay, here we go. Real quick. Okay, 2 more things. By the way, I said this earlier. You didn't say anything. I'm so glad we're doing this because I miss you a lot.
Well, I think we needed a little break to kind of find the joy again. We were kind of doing it out of,
and we're going to be back, y'all. And I hope you stick with us and just know that we are so grateful just to be able to still do shit like this, Just listen, when you think of us,
drink your hooch in a koozie.
Of us, never don't give up.
Drink your hooch in a koozie.
Drink your hooch in a koozie and never don't give up.
Oh my God. This is a small thing. It's nothing major, but I found it humorous, and that is Apple. I don't know why this fixed an autocorrect.
Wait, whose child's name is Apple?
That was Paltrow's. Gwyneth's.
Gwyneth Paltrow and
it doesn't matter. You're going off book.
Sorry.
You're going off book. So no, Apple just fixed an autocorrect. So now iPhone users can type the word "fuck" freely without it being changed to "duck." So congratulations, iPhone. I don't have an iPhone, so it doesn't happen to me. But for you iPhone users,
I do. Because that's the most, and it's always funny saying, "Duck you."
So I guess it's going to change. And lastly, it was 86 degrees in England the other day, and this happened. My favorite part is that there was a stretcher going by in the background with another beef eater on it. Like, So are they fainting all the time, those guys? It's so much, like that thing has to weigh like what, 20, 30 pounds. I don't know how much it weighs.
Hey, Corky, they're just falling out.
They're falling over in 86-degree weather. And they're like, I can't do it. And I like also that how this other trombonist just sort of snuck in there like nothing happened and just starts, putting the trombone together.
One thing is like, okay, if I'm on stage and my fellow actor falls out, just falls out, I'm not supposed to go, shit, let's stop and help him or her or them. No, because we're the British and they're welcoming Prince William. And someone actually saw this. Someone said, they're going to blame this on Meghan.
They probably will.
Somehow Meghan Markle have made these people fall out because they love blaming that black woman about every fucking thing. But I was like, y'all just going to fall out and people go, I'm going to keep on playing.
If it wasn't their job. I mean, think about this. If you were on a set and you started moving something and someone else went, no, my job. They had the people that came in and would move someone out. You can't stop playing. You got to keep doing your job.
It's called the Prince. I don't know. I love you.
I miss you tremendously. So if you come back on the 27th or the 29th or the 25th, I'll be there.
Thank you all for joining us. We will be back again next week.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Bye-bye.